making a comic. I have a sheet that says how to draw people. People are made into basic shapes. So I sketch lightly with my pencil and I'm making basic shapes. So like an oval for the head, a square, a rectangle, more rectangles. You can always deviate or do a little bit different, but wherever there's a joint, like your knee where it bends, that's where we have a joint or a switch. And I add the feet and the shoulders. There's a joint there. So here's a section for your arm, your forearm, and your hand. So I'm just slightly sketching. I don't want to see any stick people. I want your people to be made out of forms. You can add details like hair, faces, mouths, shirts. And then when you're ready to trace, you have a choice between a thick or a thin Sharpies. Thick Sharpies are really good for thicker areas, and we just trace over our pencil marks. This is called inking, and this highlights or shows what the parts we want to keep. Thick Sharpies are great for larger areas, whereas the thin Sharpies are more like a pen. They have a very delicate point, so we are very gentle with them. We take our time with these and go a little slower, and these are better for smaller details. Now we don't color with Sharpies because they're too expensive, but you can add texture to make it look shadowed, or to add depth. You can hatch, which is making straight lines, or cross hatch by making X's to shade things in. Okay, now it's time to erase. I put one hand down, I push the eraser away from me, and I get out all those pencil marks. It should look like there never was pencil there. When I color, I'm using color pencils, so you can use color pencils with wood around them, or you can use color pencil sticks. This is the same thing but without the wood. So when I color, I can change the pressure to make different values. I can do light, medium, or dark pressure. Wherever the light source is, say the sun was coming from this side, the furthest part away from it would be darker, and the closest part to the sun is lighter. That would create depth. These are great for doing larger areas to color in, making it darker or more shaded on one side. And I can layer colors, or I always colored in the background so that the white box of the text shows up. When you color in the background, I like to outline around the outside to make a border, and then go back in. Take your time to get out all of the white spots. Don't scribble and get out of that line. Take your time to get it all colored in and go around each shape so you get out all of the white spots.